In the headlines, APC expects rancor-free consensus during National Convention. Supreme Court upholds the deregistration of 22 political parties by the Independent National Electoral Commission. Nigerian army destroys ISWAP camp in Borno, recover heavy weapons as insurgents flee. And on the foreign scene, ex-Togo Premier Hongbo to lead United Nations Labour Agency. Hello and welcome to Trust TV News Update. I am Ibrahim Yusuf. Now the news in full. All Progressive Congress, APC, says it is now set to conduct a rancor-free national convention, whose outcome will be determined largely through consensus. Chairman of the party media subcommittee and governor of Nasarawa State, Abdullahi Sule, gave the confirmation at a World Press Conference in Abuja ahead of the Saturday, March 26 National Convention. Trust TV's Shafiu Suleiman reports.
Flanked by other members of the media subcommittee, Governor Abdullahi Sule says, though the party has gone through turbulent times leading to the convention, all processes have been harmonized and differences resolved with the intervention of President Muhammadu Buhari for a rancor-free convention.
President Muhammadu Buhari stated that APC was at a crucial moment in his life on a fast lane to self-destruct unless something was done. This was at the height of the APC's internal wranglings. President Muhammadu Buhari submitted that it was obvious that the fortunes of the party was in jeopardy, party administration was impossible, and consequently, an urgent need for intervention to immediately arrest further drifts and internal wranglings which may lead to total destruction had to be done. The President's charge on the task ahead was clear: an urgent need to maintain party cohesion, close ranks, and return our party to its winning ways.
He clarifies some knotty issues around the unity of the party, preference for consensus option, unity lists, refund to aspirants, among others.
Our first choice is always consensus, and we are still on that first choice. However, democracy demands that even our constitution demands, and the constitution of Nigeria demands, that if that doesn't work, we'll go ahead and look at the other options. But right now, that remains our option number one. On the issue of political appointees to the president, our delegates lists are actually statutory. There are delegates. So if you have a former president as political appointee, if you have a former senator as a political appointee, these are already automatic delegates. So let's not confuse the two. Just because being an appointee doesn't necessarily take you out of being a delegate. Because our delegates are classified clearly. Former president under our party, former elected, this elected, that party official, and the rest of that. I don't think anybody holding a political party office is actually right now a political appointee of the president or the governors.
A statement made by the chairman Nigeria Governors Forum and governor of Ekiti State, Kayode Fayemi, alluding to division in the rank of the APC governors, reverberates at the conference, even as the governor denies holding such position.
Governor Fayemi was sitting when all the meetings where all this had been agreed. So when you said that, I was surprised. But then I just received a report that actually there is a refutal, by Governor Fayemi. He said he never said that.
But the president is well within his right to have a preferred candidate. But in our party, let him come and campaign for that candidate at the Eagle Square on Saturday. If his candidate wins, fine. If his candidate loses, well, he's going to have to live with it.
The acclaimed over 41 million registered members of the APC, stakeholders in the party, and other Nigerians are looking forward to a peaceful convention that will usher in a new set of leaders that will steer the affairs of the ruling party. Shafiu Suleiman, Trust TV News, Abuja.
And all roads leading to the Eagle Square, venue of Saturday's National Convention of the ruling All Progressive Congress, will be closed to motorists on Friday. This is the venue, as the venue is wearing a new look, with activities lined up for the political gathering. Trust TV's Shafiq Suleiman again reports that hundreds of youth are having a busy day, engaging in one activity or the other to earn money at the convention ground, strategically secured.
The Eagle Square, a venue for the March 26th extraordinary convention of the APC, which is expected to usher in a new set of leaders that would steer the affairs of the ruling party. Behind me, as you can see, is the podium, the main podium, well decorated, awaiting the arrival of guests who, some of them have already started making their ways into the capital city of Nigeria, Abuja, to witness this very important occasion. And by this side, looking at my left flank, you can see, the BIP stand also well decorated. It is expected, to house, the most important dignitaries that are going to, witness this convention, including President Muhammadu Buhari, who is Nigeria's president, and of course, a very important personality at this very important occasion. And if you look at this side, you can see the stands, the various stands for the states. Imo State, Bayelsa, Cross Rivers, and so on and so forth. It has been carefully, arranged and of course decorated, such that all the delegates that are to attend this convention and of course exercise their duties as members of the party to decide, the next leadership of the party will be sitting, in those seats that have been, properly arranged. Security security situation is also carefully, strategically located. There are security agencies, various uniforms and forces stationed at various locations to ensure that there is maximum security of lives and property. With me is one of the very prominent, masters of ceremonies who are going to anchor this very important event. So let's hear from him. Let's get to know you first.
Well, my name is Jibril Suleiman Zakire, also known as MC Big Boy.
Okay, you are already here, at the convention ground. What do you see? How are you looking at the atmosphere in terms of the arrangement for the exercise?
Well, so far everything is moving smoothly as expected. The decorators are doing their job. The person on the stage, the security, the protocol, almost all the committees are on ground doing the needful. And we're very much sure as everything is going, everything will be perfectly done God's will.
Okay, so what should Nigerians expect in terms of the outcome of the exercise? Because this is one convention that many Nigerians have been waiting to see how it's going to take place.
Well, although not deeply involved in politicking, but the expectation is that everything will be very, very successful and a free and fair election. That will be the expected outcome of this very.
Thank you very much. One of the MCs that are going to anchor this very important exercise is giving us his perspective, on the preparation so far and what Nigerians should expect. From the Eagle Square here in Abuja, Shafiq Suleiman, Trust TV News.
Meanwhile, Borno State APC Chairman Bukar Daluri said the party will rally support for the candidate endorsed by President Muhammadu Buhari during Saturday's national convention in Abuja. The state party chairman stated this during the inauguration of the Borno State APC Working Committee members in Maiduguri. Daluri, who is also the chairman of the All APC Chairmen nationwide, revealed that the Northeast states have agreed to vote for incumbent Senator Abubakar Kyari for the position of Deputy National Chairman. And the Supreme Court of Nigeria on Friday in Abuja upheld the deregistration of 22 political parties carried out by the Independent National Electoral Commission. Delivering judgment in an appeal instituted by INEC against the judgment of the Court of Appeal, Justice Ejembi Eko voided and set aside a judgment of the Court of Appeal Abuja Division, which had nullified the deregistration. Justice Eko held that the Court of Appeal on its own raised the issue of lack of fair hearing in favor of the 22 scrapped parties and arrived at a conclusion without hearing from other parties in the matter. The parties were among the 74 scrapped in 2022 by INEC following their dismal performance in the previous elections. INEC had on February 6, 2020, deregistered 74 political parties for failing to win any political office in the last general election. And now to matters of security, where troops of Operation Haɗin Kai have overrun a stronghold of Islamic State for West Africa province in Sambisa Forest. This is contained in a statement issued by the Director, Defense Media Operations, Major General Bernard Onyeko, on Friday. He said the troops, however, recovered various equipment during the operation, while the insurgents were said to have fled their camp following the operation carried out by the troops, codenamed Desert Sanity. Onyeko, however, enjoined the troops not to rest on their oars, but use the feat as a springboard to finally defeat the insurgents and also keep up the fighting spirit. Items recovered from the fleeing insurgents include one main battle tank, one 155mm Bofors gun, one trailer, one 122mm gun, two 105mm guns, one mines-resistant ambush-protected fighting vehicle, one MOAG armored personnel carrier, and a police officer is said to have stabbed 3 residents, which led to the death of 2 of the residents in Yelwa area, a suburb of Bauchi State. Reports say this led to angry youth pelting stones at the police in Yelwa police station, while the police were reportedly shooting sporadically in the air to disperse the youth. According to reports, the youth also set vehicle tires on fire on the road, also blocking the road from Elim Church Junction to the Yelwa Divisional Headquarters, protesting the incident. Meanwhile, police in Rivers State have arrested 42 suspected oil thieves with 42 trucks in their bid to sustain fight against illegal bunkering, pipeline vandalization, economic saboteurs and other criminal elements in the country. The arrest came on the heels of the achievements recorded by the Inspector General of Police Special Task Force on Petroleum and Illegal Bunkering, where suspects and exhibits were paraded in Port Harcourt, the Rivers State capital. The report. Inspector General of Police Usman Alkali Baba, represented by the Acting Force Public Relations Officer CSP Olumuyiwa Adejobi, revealed that the IGP Special Task Force on Petroleum and Illegal Bunkering impounded 41 trucks with illegal petroleum products, arresting 42 suspects. Giving details of the successes made by the Inspector General of Police Task Force on Petroleum and Illegal Bunkering, he said 21 have been charged to court, with 17 still under investigation, while 4 convictions have been secured in court. Final forfeiture application of 14 tankers and 4 cars to the Federal Government of Nigeria are pending in various Federal High Court branches across the Federation.
We have impounded about 900,000 liters of product tested, not suspected to be adulterated again, tested to be adulterated, AGO, automotive gas oil, and about 30,000 liters of products tested to be crude oil within Rivers State from February to March 2022. And they are all here for you to see today. 13 suspects have been arrested in connection with the legal dealing of petroleum products by the Special Task Force within Rivers State alone. 2 container body trucks disguised to be loaded with foodstuff were also impounded by the Special Task Force after a thorough stop and search by our men attached to this task force.
He explained that these successes were achieved in Rivers State and other parts of the country, sequel to the collective efforts in the fight against illegal oil traders and purveyors of adulterated petroleum products in the country. A total of over 1 million litres of automotive gas oil, 30,000 litres of low-poor fuel oil, 75,000 litres of crude oil and 9,900 litres of premium motor spirit were recovered between 2021 till date.
In line with the vision and mission of the Inspector General of Police, we believe so much in technology-driven policing and believe so much in robust community partnership that we want to urge hoodlums and other criminals and those who are having mind to join criminals to continue to trouble Nigerians to please stay clear. We urge them to always do away with illegal activities because a day is coming. And here we are today for some of them that have been arrested. It's a lesson to others outside looking at us that there's no gain in engaging in any criminal activities.
He called for frequent operational patrols in a bid to curb the incessant activities of illegal oil thieves and economic saboteurs. You're watching Trust TV News Update. Coming up after the break, how inventor makes hatchery delightful. This and more after the break. Do stay with us. Welcome back and thanks for staying with us on Trust TV News Update. Now a look at our top stories. All Progressive Congress, APC, says it is now set to conduct a rancor-free national convention whose outcome will be determined largely through consensus. And Supreme Court of Nigeria on Friday in Abuja upheld the deregistration of 22 political parties carried out by the Independent National Electoral Commission. And moving on to other news now, primary school teachers in the Federal Capital Territory have finally ended their 2-month-long strike declared on January 26th. The FCT chairman, National Union of Teachers, Kubwa Chapter, Ame Baba, said the action to call off the strike action followed an understanding reached between the union and 3 councils over their demands. He said the council's chairman presented templates about how to offset the teachers' outstanding payments, arrears and promotion, while the FCT administration will take care of that of minimum wage. The strike action, which officially called off on Thursday, has affected teachers in 3 area councils of the FCT of Buari, Kuje and Kwali, as schools in the other 3 remaining councils have since resumed about a month ago, following an agreement reached between the respective councils and the teachers' union. Meanwhile, the National Association of Nigerian Students on Friday ordered students to occupy the streets of Abuja with their cooking pots, mattresses and other personal effects to protest the strike embarked upon by the Academic Staff Union of Universities. NAN's President Sunday Asefon stated this in a letter to zonal coordinators of the union. According to the letter, sequel to the union's ultimatum issued to federal government and the Academic Staff Union of Universities to find lasting solution to their face-off for the universities to reopen on or before 28th March 2022. The students will mobilize until the institutions are reopened. A 22-year-old graduate of mechanical engineering, Muhammad Usman, is making waves in Katsina since inventing an automatic incubator and hatching machine powered by solar or gas as an alternative to electricity. Mohammed Usman said the new invention of automatic hatching and incubation machine is part of his contribution to turn around poultry farming by giving Nigerians an affordable means of practicing poultry without electricity. The young engineer has so far fabricated over 50 automatic incubators and hatching machines, selling same to prospective users. The report.
The automatic hatching machine and incubator, which can be used under all temperatures, are of different capacities depending on the request or requirement of the customer. A 3,000 eggs capacity automatic incubator or hatching machine powered by solar or gas energy is being sold at 1.5 million naira only, while 300 eggs capacity is being sold at 250,000 naira only.
So this incubator is a automatic modern one, and it is greater than the foreign incubator, because the foreign incubator, it have a high consumption of power and it have a high cost, and our product, my incubator, it have a low cost and it have a low consumption of power.
The machine is capable of hatching all sorts of eggs in only 21 days using solar or gas energy as an alternative to electricity. Besides the fabrication, engineer Muhammad has dedicated some of these machines for hatching and incubation, where he employed some youth to man the business. So far, over 50,000 eggs of different species have been hatched with the solar-powered incubator.
By using gas and solar panel, you understand? And it will, if there is have electricity, it will change automatically to electricity. If there is no electricity, it will change automatically to gas and solar panel. The solar panel is charge the battery, and the battery can power the gas and the other electronics device in the machine.
He also said he sold a significant number of these automatic incubators to poultry farmers in Jigawa, Katsina, Kaduna, Zamfara, and Kano, as well as Niger Republic. The Katsina State Chairman of All Farmers Association of Nigeria, Afan Alhaji Umar Gojo, who is one of the beneficiaries of this innovation, told Trust Television that he hatched over 7,000 eggs with the automatic hatching and incubation machines powered by solar energy in a remote area. The innovation can be used to turn around the poultry farming sector. The innovation is one of the best things that happens to Katsina people and Nigerians in recent times. Muhammad Usman is the overall winner of 5 million naira cash prize in automotive modeling and product category in the just concluded talent hunt organized by Katsina State government. Similarly, Muhammad Usman, who invented an automatic rechargeable solar spraying machine for pesticides and herbicides purposes, is aspiring to expand the business and employ more young Nigerians. Abdullahi Ismayamadi, Trust Television News, Katsina.
Hydroelectric Power Producing Areas Development Commission, HYPODEC, is training 690 youth across riverine communities in various vocations. The training is organized to make the youth self-reliant. A report.
5 local governments in Kwara State, namely Baritain, Patigi, Kaima, Edu and Moro, are prone to flooding, which occurs nearly yearly. The Hydroelectric Power Producing Areas Development Commission is established by the federal government to cater for the interests of power-producing states. The states are Kwara, Kogi, Benue, Niger, Plateau, and Kebbi. The 690 youth in Kwara are among the first batch of 5,000 youth across the 6 states being trained in this regard.
A few months back, we have distributed forms to all the communities living in the hyperdeck affected settlements and advise that youths that are ready to participate in the youth transformation program should be identified for us. And we are happy we got more than the forms we issued. In fact, that was why you saw the disagreement in figures between the state coordinator and the director of community relations. He struggled hard to make sure that we have to improve on the number we were given for Kwara. So it is no more 490, but 690 now. We are very careful in selecting traits that meant well for your communities, traits that meant well for your state, and traits that meant well for Nigeria and Africa. So that by the time you finish this training exercise of either 3 months or 6 months, based on the skill you have selected, you will proudly say that yes, you are now a man and you can fend for yourself.
The youth population is an asset of a nation. They are the factor of national power that, if rightly utilized, can lead to a country's height of glory and prosperity. The program is meant to train 5,000 youths from across the 6 IPADEC member states of Benue, Kebbi, Kogi, Niger, Kwara, and Plateau State twice in a year within the period of 3 to 6 months, depending on vocation or skills the prospective candidates have chosen. The youth of today is our only hope for tomorrow. Hence, we owe them a sense of responsibility by guiding, nurturing, and showing them the right path. The youth of our country are no less talented than the youth of foreign countries, and they can make our country shine globally if they are properly nurtured. Then our country will be built on the firm foundation of their abilities, attitudes, and behaviors.
And now a look at the foreign scene, where former Prime Minister of Togo, Gilbert Hongbo, is on Friday elected the next head of the International Labour Organization and will become the first African to lead the UN agency. After 2 rounds of voting, the ILO's governing body elected the 61-year-old to succeed British trade unionist Guy Ryder, who steps down at the end of September after 10 years on the job. Hongbo told the governing body after the election that he is honored to be the first representative of the African region to be selected to lead ILO after 103 years. And that wraps up Trust TV News Update for this hour. Don't forget you can subscribe and follow us across all our social media platforms. I am Ibrahim Yusuf. Thanks for joining us.